So, good evening, everyone. I'll just mute everyone before I just begin, and you can unmute yourself, Debashree, and speak. Okay, mute all. Fine. Okay. Yeah. So, good evening, everybody. This evening, we are glad to have amongst us Debashree Basu. I'll just quickly spotlight her for everyone. She's joined us from Mumbai, and she's a teacher. She's a very passionate teacher, loves to teach English and social sciences, and she's teaching in an international school in Mumbai. And her other passion is she's completed a course on psychology of senior citizens. Am I right, Debashree? Yeah, you're on mute. Kindly unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so she's completed a complete study on the psychology of senior citizen, and today she's here with us to speak to us about the stereotype dialogues that people have about senior citizen and how it is true, not true, and how we can overcome them. So she's got lots to share with us. So over to you now. Just a quick thing, Debashree, the platform. I have my co-host, that is Madhumita Adya. She joins us from Dubai, and also Swati Mukherjee, whom you'll be seeing on screen. She's also, we are all teachers. So educators, basically. More than teachers, we are educators. We can't teach anybody these days.
Yes.
So even Swati is an educator, again joining us from Dubai. So three of us, we started this platform, and it's going to be almost 2 years now since it's been going on, and we really enjoy having resource people like you. We've had a lot of resource people who came and have joined us and spoke to us. So we'll start your time now. We end at 7 o'clock, so maybe by 6:45 you could end, so that if there are any Q&As, because you will face a lot of questions, we'll keep 20 minutes.
Okay.
Just answer the questions. Okay, fine.
Oh, yes.
The platform is yours.
Try.
Once again, thank you very much for giving us your precious time, Debashree. Indeed, we are indeed very grateful that you're spending this time in your busy schedule.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So good evening, everyone. Good evening, good morning, wherever everyone is. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
And it's a mixed platform, a bilingual.
Yes. Yeah. So there are ऐसा बहुत सारे common stereotypes है for older age, है ना, कि ये नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए, बाहर नहीं जा सकते, डिपेंडेंट है, बहुत कुछ है ना. तो ऐसे भी ओल्डर एज में बहुत सारे पाबंदियां है, बहुत सारे सोच है सब हमारे चारों तरफ ओल्डर एज के लोगों के लिए. तो इसमें से ये स्टीरियोटाइप एक point which I would like to today discuss with you all. So I want to start with a quote by Walt Whitman, and he says that young is beautiful, but the old are more beautiful than young. So young people तो beautiful है, but the जो इस उम्र के बड़े उम्र के लोग हैं वो और ज्यादा ब्यूटीफुल है, क्योंकि उनमें उसके ब्यूटीफुल अंदर है, क्योंकि उनमें इतने सारे ज्वेल है, एक्सपीरियंसेस है, कितने हैं जो मतलब विच कैन नॉट इनकम्पैरेबल है वो, है ना. तो दैट इज व्हाट इट इज ऑल अबाउट. सो ऐसे प्रेडिक्ट करते हैं कि जब लोग उम्र हो जाते हैं तो स्लो डाउन हो जाते हैं, उनके बहुत सारे टाइम टेलीविजन के सामने बैठे रहते हैं, एंड मीरा दी इज नॉडिंग हर हेड नो करके एंड टेलीविजन बहुत सारे बट हाउ वी कैन and that is how they are discriminated. उनको अलग कर दिया जाता है, उनको because हम ऐसे सोचते हैं, ऐसा सोच, तो हमारी सोच कैसे बदलना चाहिए, ये स्टीरियोटाइप थिंकिंग को कैसे पॉजिटिवली थिंक करना चाहिए, जैसे नेगेटिव थिंकिंग है वो कैसे हटाना चाहिए, है ना. तो पहले मैं सिर्फ ये बताना चाहूंगी कि पहला पॉइंट जो बताते हैं कि क्या सोच है कि दे आर लोनली. okay, they are lonely people, है ना, क्योंकि चल फिर नहीं सकते हैं, इधर उधर जा नहीं सकते, जल्दी से जा नहीं सकते, जल्दी से मूवमेंट नहीं कर सकते, तो इस वजह से कोई कोई के you know, some of them must have lost their wives, some of them must have lost their husbands, you know, so they are isolated and lonely, ऐसा सोचते हैं हम लोग. तो and but there is no reason for them to be isolated, you know, because they can have a social active life. How Mr. Sudhakar Kaur said that he is, you know, pursuing songs and he's having a hobby, and you know, he loves to do things.
Restart করলাম.
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing, carry on. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So there is no reason. How now I'm going to, in the end, I'm going to tell you how you can not feel lonely, how you'll be able to come out of this thinking, you know, negative thinking. Then the next day says that, you know, how is that they are slow thinkers, they are dementia prone. Yeah, because you know, with old age, you know, we feel you slow down, you will have certain you know, with your you when you age, you धीरे धीरे आपके आपका सोच कमजोर हो जाते हैं, आपके हाथ पैर कमजोर हो जाते हैं, आपके बहुत सारे कुछ ऐसा बोलते हैं, but how we can it's not like that. हमें ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए ऐसा, बिकॉज ऐसा होता है एक्चुअली, अगर यू नो ऐसा देखा गया है कि ओल्डर एडल्ट्स का अगर टेस्ट लिया जाए, परफॉर्म इफ यू परफॉर्म अ टेस्ट, देन दे आर actually more better than others on intelligent level. As yeah, of course, you know, and according to the Alzheimer's Association, only 5% of those over 65 develop dementia. Only 5%. So this concept of people having dementia and Alzheimer's is again another stereotype thinking. And then the third you know, assumption ऐसा होता है is that they have less adaptable to new situations. तो नए situations से उनको बहुत जल्दी ये लोग adapt कर नहीं सकते, बहुत जल्दी, you know, they are not able to adjust themselves, ऐसा बोलते हैं. But actually बिल्कुल ये सही नहीं है, because आप जिस उम्र के हो इस टाइम, आपने कितने सारे experiences, you have gone through so many experiences, है ना, in life, and इतने सारे transitions हुआ है आपके जिंदगी में. आप बच्चे थे, फिर आप जवान हो गए, फिर आपके शादी किया, आपने बच्चा हुआ, उनके परवरिश किया, आपने जगह चेंज किया. So you have actually in reality adapted to innumerable changes, yeah, because of these transitions in life, and you have a bag full of experience. इतने experiences है आप में, जो आपके, वो आपकी पूंजी है, आपके पैसा नहीं पूंजी है, आपके ये experiences आपकी पूंजी है. You know, you have invested so much of time and energy into relation, लोगों के साथ, रिश्तों में, हाँ, है ना. तो ही आप आज आप सब लोग मिले हैं, अभी भी आप इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो अपनी टाइम और एनर्जी, isn't it? सिर्फ पैसे के लिए आपने इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया, आपने इसमें भी इन्वेस्ट किया है, आपने अपनी शादी में इन्वेस्ट, रिश्तों में किया है, आपने पोता पोती के लिए अभी कर रहे हो. सो दिस आर लाइक इनवैल्यूएबल, इसका कोई मूल्य नहीं कर सकते हम. तो this is another you know assumption, wrong assumption, and this is not true. And other people, आपके रिश्तेदार, आपके चारों तरफ लोग अगर ऐसा सोच रहे हैं कि आप अडाप्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, आप उनको जरूर बोलना कि मेरी जिंदगी में मैंने इतने अडाप्ट किया है आज यहाँ तक पहुँचने के लिए. So I have done all that. You all can't even imagine. So that is the another thing. And then it says that you know. Then it's a beautiful example is there. So this there is a Mexico, everyone knows Mexico in South America. There is a Tara Hamura tribes, and they say सारे दुनिया के लोग जब सोचते हैं कि they become weak when they grow old, but Tara Hamura Society of Mexico, they think that they gain strength when they grow old. Yeah, and in their 60s, can you imagine, in their 60s they are able to run hundreds of miles. They have hold marathons there, like how beautiful. And they also play a long distance kickball. So how, when are we open ourselves, when we have, and thanks to Sagarika and Madhumita and Swati for this such a wonderful platform, that you are all able to come and you're able to, आप लोग अपने एक दूसरे की ये हम थोड़ा शेयर कर सकते हैं, इस दूसरे की थोड़ा बहुत जो जानकारी हम में है और आप में है, आप हमें बताओगे, हम आपको बताएंगे, ऐसा करके, and motivate each other. So how, just give me a moment. Yeah. So how ये जो स्टीरियोटाइप्स है, ये जो स्टीरियोटाइप सोचना है ना, कि ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा ही होता है, बूढ़े हो जाएंगे तो ऐसा ही हो जाएगा, बड़े उम्र के लोग ऐसा ही हो जाएगा। तो इसको हम कैसे करें, कैसे ऐसे इग्नोर करना चाहिए या तो उससे अफेक्टेड होना चाहिए, क्या होना चाहिए आपके हिसाब से?
Let's all talk about it. Ignore kare ke you should react.
Ignore,
Shouldn't you react?
ignore.
Hear it from others.
Ignore.
Okay, Kar uncle also says ignore. Okay, Tara ji, what do you have to say? Tanuja ji, Dura ji, क्या बोल, आपको क्या कहना है?
मैं ऐसे फेस नहीं की हूँ कोई ओल्ड एज बोल के, मेरे को कोई ऐसे कोई नहीं बोलते हैं। मैं तो मेरे बच्चे के सामने में बच्चे जैसे बिहेव करती हूँ, तो इसलिए ये फीलिंग मेरे नहीं है।
बहुत बढ़िया।
ओके, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया।
Let it go.
Let go. Tara ji says let go.
Yeah, Meera also says let go.
When I sometimes drive the car, I have heard the comments by the youngsters. बुढ़ा हो गए हो तभी भी गाड़ी चलाते हो. So I just ignore it. I think I have not listened to them.
Yes.
I do right.
May I say something?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Dura ji.
See, this is such a situation where we cannot have one universal rule of reacting or acting or behaving towards this for topic.
Yeah, of course.
If it is somebody outsider, you can very well ignore. When there are outsiders who don't really matter much, then you can ignore it. But if it is your own people, then it matters. You cannot ignore it. And there needs to be a general awareness for this, our young generation.
Yes, of course.
They should be made aware of how we think. I'll cite a few lines. Yesterday I was reading a message on WhatsApp. It started with Ma, and it said, पहला ही line, किचन से तो निकाल दिया बाहर, आप किचन में मत जाओ, आप जा नहीं सकते. It was a beautiful thing. आप ये नहीं कर सकते, आप वो नहीं कर सकते, आप rest करो, आप rest करो. And then he said, and में, don't do this, don't force her, don't impose these restrictions on your mother. She is still young. She still loves to do things for you better than you can do for yourself. This awareness, I felt that is to be really made common among youngsters,
Yeah.
among sons and daughters. It's not that they feel that they should do something for their elders, mothers, or parents as such, but they really can't understand what to do, only put restrictions on you. We sometimes take a heavy toll on one because everybody cannot ignore. It's very easy to say ignore. Ignoring is very important in life. Youngsters can do that. But somebody who is at the helm of affairs in life, I mean, hasn't much life ahead. It's very difficult for them to ignore when they are told, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, you cannot walk. Why cannot walk somebody who walks for 1 hour, 2 hours in the morning? Why can't he or she walk?
Mm.
These things are to be brought to their notice.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah, very well
Thank you
said,
so
Durant.
much.
Yeah,
It's a
absolutely well said. Yeah.
very well said. Very well said. Actually, what it really means, the way we view the aging process may influence how we ourselves age. हम किस नजरिया से देखते हैं जो लोग धीरे धीरे उन जिनकी उम्र बढ़ रहे, उस हिसाब से कि वो नजरिया आपने बोला, जो आपने बराबर बताया कि वो नजरिया चेंज करना है, हमारा सोच चेंज करना है, बिकॉज जिस नजरिया से हम उनको देखेंगे उसी मुताबिक हमारे उम्र भी ऐसे ही होते जाएंगे. If we look at them in a positive way, if we look at them that they are a treasure trove of experience, if we look at them ki how much my mom has contributed to my life or my dad has contributed to my life, if we make that shift, so that shift will come. This study or this program is, see, if they don't understand, okay, they are your near and dear ones, okay, so if they don't understand how we can not, it's difficult how you said not get affected by them, but जैसे कि हमें क्या सोचना चाहिए हमारे बारे में, है ना? So the focus has to be on me. तो here how we can, कैसे मैं ये, so we all believe in a spiritual process, okay, a process in life. Everything has a process, a biological process, a spiritual process. It's not religion, puja nahi hai. Spiritual process is to, highest goal is to love oneself and love others. So वो आपके बच्चे हैं, है ना समझ नहीं रहे हैं, तो ये हमारा कर्तव्य है कि हम अपने बारे में क्या सोच रहे हैं और उनको बताना, और एक बार में नहीं समझते हैं तो 2 बार बताना, 3 बार बताना, 4 बार बताना. जैसे बच्चे छोटे होते हैं, हम उनको बताते हैं ना कि पढ़ना जरूरी है, 1 बार नहीं 10 बार, 100 बार, 200 बार. वैसे दिस इज ऑल्सो नॉट वी, वेयर वी ऑपरेट फ्रॉम, हम क्या होता है, हम इमोशनल बन जाते हैं, अब सेंटिमेंटल बन जाते हैं, उनके तरह उनका भी हम नहीं सोचते. मतलब ऐसा होता है, मैं आपके लिए नहीं बोल रही हूँ, हमें लगता है कि वो हमें ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे, क्यों रुका रहे, but they are also coming from a place of concern, they are also coming from a place of your well-being, but their way of telling is not right. जैसे वो तरीका सही नहीं है.
Absolutely.
तो वो तरीका हमें अगर सही नहीं है, तो अगर थोड़ा सा पीछे जाए कि हम देखें कि ये बोल तो रहे हैं ऐसा, लेकिन उसका सोच तो मेरे लिए है ना, अच्छा है. तो if you can reflect little bit, if you just don't react from sentiments and emotions, then you will understand their heart, and the क्यों मैंने स्पिरिचुअल प्रोसेस का बताया, क्योंकि स्पिरिचुअल प्रोसेस is the process of reaching the highest goal where we love ourselves and love others. So, and where does that love come from? That we are all interconnected. We are all connected. So when I know that where my son is or my daughter is connected to me, and whatever he or she is telling is coming, where is it coming from? From which place? Is it coming from place of concern? So if you sit and tell them that, if you say like this, it will make me feel better and I can act on this better. So can you do that for me? So we especially in our Indian society, हमारे communication में ना बहुत gap है. हमें जो लोग बोलते हैं ना, हम कुछ सोच लेते हैं, हम उनसे बारे में बात नहीं करते हैं, और हम एक बार बोलते हैं ना तो फिर हम बहुत जल्दी डिसअपॉइंटेड हो जाते हैं. हमें वो बात बार बार बोलना चाहिए. क्या हुआ, नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, 2 बार 3 बार 10 बार 100 बार.
Vocal, you mean to say you have to be more vocal.
Vocal. We have to communicate. We have to understand the you have to reflect. You have to sit and think, why is this person saying this to me? What is the context? So when you understand all this, you know what happens. We are everything we feel is quick fix. Whatever you tell, I assume that. And assumption is a biggest disease in our society.
Absolutely. Devish, I wanted to say something here, if I can interrupt. We know हमारा जो पावर है ना, हम बहुत जल्दी दूसरों के हाथ में दे देते हैं, हमारे बच्चों के हाथ में या कुछ. We are ready to give them the power. For example, at this age, when I say कि मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है या मुझे कोई technical problem है, I'll call my son. First thing he'll say, "Mummy, you are getting old. Can't you do this?" I mean, it's a very stereotypical statement. I'm stuck in a technical thing. I ask. So his answer first thing is, "Are you getting old? You can't understand." So I have stopped asking him. I ask my friends, I ask elderly people, I ask anybody, but I will not ask my son. The more power you give them at this age, if he can say this, I know what I'm getting into later on.
Yes.
So just to be chota sa, I'm interrupting, but I think it's very important that he realizes that mummy is not asking me any help now. So he's one day telling me, "Oh, you are all over social media. How are you managing everything?" I said, "I learned, beta. Oh, some people are helping you." I said, "Yeah, but not you." The moment you give them power, I realize you are stereotyped. अब आगे तुम मेरे अंडर में, अब हाँ तुम्हें मेरी मर्जी से सिखाऊंगा, मेरे टाइम पे बताऊंगा. I know Sagarika will agree to this. We always discuss this. Our children we have handed over the power to them.
That's absolutely true.
Actually,
We have a tendency,
can I add
Indian
can I add
parents
few
have a
lines?
tendency to
Yes,
hand their
Ganguly ji.
power
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, Ganguly ji.
Can I add few lines?
Yes,
Can I
yes,
add few lines?
yes, please.
At the very outset, I agree with a lot of points as expressed by Mrs. Dura Rana. She has rightly said that let go is not so easily done. That I agree. But another thing, coming on to the the difference between the age, like we are all, most of us here are all 60 plus, 70 plus, 75 plus. First of all, the 2 points. The first point you mentioned was adaptability. That's a very important point. You see, there are many people who keep moving around from place to place by the virtue of their, nature of their job and all that. Like there must be so many in this very platform itself. Now, like my father was in Air Force, so we kept on moving from one place to another place after every 3-4 years. After that, I joined Air Force. I also kept moving around from, so in that way, I have seen almost whole of India. So when you move around and mix with lot of people, all type of people, your adaptability automatically gets adjusted. I hope I'm able to drive the point home. And when you mix with a lot of type of people, various types of people, various type of places, you are meeting people, food, culture, and all that thing, then your adaptability automatically adjusts very fast. Secondly, talking of the two generations, the first part is we as elders, as senior citizens, we must know, we must understand rather, that we have lived a lifestyle of one type, whereas the younger generation, our children, they are living a lifestyle of their type. So this doesn't actually gel, our lifestyle and their lifestyle. We should not interfere into them, and we should not try to modify their lifestyle just because we have lived in certain way, this thing. Moment you try to modify, moment you try to budge into, all that let go things will keep coming then. So best is try to adapt whatever the way as it is. And there has, because this entire subject that we are discussing today, and you are it's a very, very delicate subject, I let me say, we have to the difference is a very, very thin line.
Not the guest speaker.
Yeah, what he's talking. May I speak two sentences? May I speak two sentences, please? Yeah, when somebody outsider is involved, then we don't become slaves of our emotion. When somebody of our own, my son, my daughter, or somebody speaks to myself, imposing some restrictions, we immediately become slaves of our own emotion. So that is how we get the pain. That's we take it as an emotional kind of, it hurts our emotion. So if we behave in the same manner as if at that particular moment from anybody, that we don't become the slave of our emotion, nothing hurts. Then we
Akash,
understand them better.
come here.
Why have they spoken like that?
1 minute,
And
come here
why,
quickly.
when
Come
I'm
here.
going to
Hello.
Yeah. Please carry on.
Debashree, you are not.
yeah, I was just telling you that you have to differentiate between your own people talking to you and outsider talking to you. You must behave little separately, because any stress that comes, that never comes from an outsider. Even if it tells you something, or if it slaps you on the road, doesn't matter. I forget who is he, I don't know. But yeah, insider somebody says, or your own relations, then it hurts, because we immediately become emotional, because it touches our emotion. So at that point, particular time, if we are not becoming slaves of our own emotion and hold on, then understand and introspect, and as he rightly said, reflect, and then explain the things in the right perspective to your children. I'm sure they will understand, and they will also improve in the way they speak to you. They don't impose on you, and they know your capability. And sometimes they will, the time will come when they will accept your views, and a compromise formula will come up, and there'll be no such exchange, which will create kind of emotional disturbances in the mind. This is my feeling.
May I speak something?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, my children, they have not imposed anything on us, on me especially. They say, Mama, whatever you like, you can. I still drive. They never said that don't drive because you are aging. No, nothing. Music is my passion. I practice. I go and sing in one place, and I am singing on the stage. So they say they admire it. And I really appreciate that I have got very good children, that they have never thought negative about me and my husband. My husband sometimes says that, are you sure? Can you do this? And I say, I'm 100% sure. And moreover, about the age you are talking, I say how the days Yesterday was 19, today is 28, and then 21st. So how the days are going? So I think we are also growing, but why to bother? No, don't bother. That you are, yesterday you were 79 and now today you are 80. Oh no, forget. And you thank God that God has given you enough power and strength that you are able to do everything. You know, so have confidence in you. But I feel like that. Thank you. Debashree,
Yeah,
do
there
you
was
agree?
she had no, I think she had a network problem. She's joining back again. She's joining back
I
again. She
think
had
so.
a network problem. Yeah, there she
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
it appears so.
May I say something?
Yeah, please. Yeah, Duraji, yeah.
Can I say something?
See, uh, it is not, it is out of concern only that your own people say. They feel concerned and they want to do something for you. They want to protect you. When they ask you to do, not to do certain things or do as per their advice. Say, for example, online
बोला तुमने
transactions
सुबह
are
कहीं
happening,
बोला.
right? We like, I have talked to many people about this. All elders, they like to go to their banks and do their work there, because that way they talk to the a few people there and they come to know many things. But their sons tell them, why are you going? Why should you go? Why should you bother? We can do it for, or you do online. This is a conflict at many places. Do online purchasing, and it is making life for some very difficult, khaskar men, because men cannot talk freely to their sons. There is a gap between. Mothers can say, no, we want to do it on our own. We will do the way we want.
Yeah.
Fathers cannot. So what I want is, I've been thinking on this, that there should be some kind of forums taken up. This is very important these days. Where the youngsters would be invited, maybe the elders also are invited, and the youngsters are given this thought. It should be driven into them that unless and until an elder feels useless himself or herself, when they feel they cannot do a thing, they know it, they know how far they can go, they should not be stopped. Let them live their life the way they want. Don't take over everything from them. That will keep their life alive. Otherwise, they will be dead untimely. And they will become a burden on their sons and daughters if they are left like, okay, sit like a piece of furniture, just watch TV, don't do anything. And these are the people who get Alzheimer's, who are not doing anything, who are not thinking.
Yeah, absolutely
Something
right.
should be
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Right. Perfect, Auntie.
I agree with you. Yeah, we need to, reach out to these kind of, children
Hi,
also.
Debashree, we can't see you.
No, there is
Yeah,
an electricity problem in Warsaw. Electricity is gone.
Oh, so sorry.
So that's
Yeah.
why my son also just called me up, "Ki, Mom, there's no electricity." I told him that I know it. He was wondering that how come you're sitting in Mohali and you know that there's no electricity in Warsaw.
just the whole broke down. The whole, electricity has, there is no connection.
Yeah, but
Like
it's
my
see
mom.
how technology, how we connect so fast.
God.
He just now called me up. I told him I know there's no electricity. He's saying, how come you know that there's no electricity?
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Yes, yes, we want to hear.
Of course.
See, after all, change is the master key.
Yes.
Now, our life has changed because we have crossed our what you call heydays. Now, nowadays, what happens is when you place your attention about others, where you place your attention determines their behavior. Now, it depends. What do you do when the important people in your life do not do what you want them to do? Now, obviously, you are always used to seeing that people listen to you. As a child, your children used to listen to you, but today they don't. So that's the problem. And we have to realize that change is the master key. The main thing is that we have to realize that our lives have changed and we have to adapt to our lives.
Very well said.
And when our children are there, they are all grown up, we should not look at their negative points. We should try and look at their positive points. So as seniors, we have to, abide by that.
It's a balancing act, I believe. It's a balancing act that
you can't keep criticizing them. They may be doing many wrong things which we don't like. But well, fine. I mean, you have to accept it.
Just forget it.
Actually,
it's not criticizing. It is only that they need to be told this is good for them also, because the sons and daughters are so much bothered about their parents if they are elderly. They are really bothered. It
is actually
takes a toll on their health too.
No, but it is both ways. Somewhere in some families they are not bothered at all.
Yes.
So it's totally an individual perspective. Basically what I feel is it boils down to communication.
Yes, that's what I said. No, you
Correct.
have,
Yes.
like Dura ji, like I teach even adolescents. So when we have parent teachers meeting, I tell the parents that don't ask them that how much marks you got, what did you do. Sit with them and ask them. Sit 5 minutes every day and talk to them. How are you feeling? Why are you feeling like this? What did you do in the class? So this, the communication is lacking.
Very much.
The communication is the key. The communication, when you sit and communicate, there is so many things, knots that will open up. It will not open up in one day, but it will open up. There are knots. And these knots are, our assumptions, our stereotype thinking. Like how Manjuji has said, like when they were young, we have told them that when they were kids, as parents, we have told them so many things that they didn't like. Yeah, but they did it. Yeah, they were forced to do it.
Yes.
It happens like that. Yeah. So yeah, lights are back. So so how I'm telling you what Dura ji आपने जो कहा वो बिल्कुल सही है. उनको नहीं समझ में आता है because they are how Manju ji said they are so busy with their life. They are not able to, because we are not brought up that way to communicate properly with our like how you said, the fathers can't communicate properly because we don't sit and talk. This is why I when I studied this, I really understood that this is so important to be able to tell what is there and tell it. So sometimes it happens, that you may be thinking that this is the right thing to tell because you may be right, but that may not be the right time. So this what happens to have that kind of a resilience, to have this kind of an understanding, and to be able to talk at the right time with the right words. So this develops when you are constantly communicating with each other. When you have a heart, you maybe have a heart to listen. When you want to, we most of us, we don't listen. We only want to hear what we want to hear. We are not listening.
And we also hear just to speak, not to hear. Just to give an answer back.
Yes, we are ready to answer back. So this is a process, you know. So the
Okay,
first,
so what I feel here is, see what our children are doing today, or maybe will be doing a few laters later. Even we have done the same few years back. In my case, my son has got into a job very recently, and he seems to be very busy and worked up with his new job. Even I have gone through the same some 5 to 6 years back.
Correct.
So it's just the intensity which is changing, with more stress, more competition in the market. But as per age, everyone goes through the same cycle today or
Inside.
tomorrow.
Correct.
So if we have lived our youth very well, we have to be prepared for the old age as well.
yes, yes. So there are lot of ways you can, and
Handle the things.
yeah, you can look how I can involve myself. When you are involved in other, like how he said, I forgot his name, that how he's in singing and involved in, maybe a hobby, maybe all that. This will give your life a different meaning. When you have a
Yes.
different meaning to your life, when you have a different, when your time is more involved in other things, then you won't get involved in the nitty gritty. ये छोटे छोटे चीज में से आप बाहर निकाल के आओगे, है ना?
सही बात.
ये जरूरी है. हम उनके लिए करेंगे एक सेशन, हम उनको समझाएंगे, बट हम क्या कर सकते हैं ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. It everything starts with me. Yeah. You are the center. Your life is in your hand. So that was what I wanted to say. And yeah, any other questions, please?
You had
I,
one more,
I would like to,
you
I would
had
like to say,
one more stereotype you had about depression. If you could cover that.
Yeah, yeah, yes, I would like to do that.
Yeah.
So, so there is there is, yeah, 1 minute, yeah, just. So the old age, there is another assumption, stereotype assumption is that old age is depressing, yeah, and this is very much exaggerated, yeah, that they don't enjoy life, and their quality of life is very poor, as much as as much as the younger people do, and but when the research says, and a lot of people have been meeting a lot of older adults, and they have found that they are not depressed. They actually are able to enjoy life as the younger people, yeah, and they are not the burden of the society, and you will see they can have a better social life because you all have worked hard, like how just now someone said that she has been working very hard, and now her son is working hard. So you must have worked very hard, you must have saved a lot of money, your financial situation is better, even good, and even now that you are able to take care of your health. तो आपकी तबीयत, आपके पैसा भी है, आपके सोशल लाइफ भी है, आप कितने कुछ कर सकते हो, आप किटी पार्टी कर सकते हो, आप कहीं जा सकते हो, आप फ्रेंड्स बना सकते हो नए जगह जाके, and when you do that, when you go out, when you can have a hobby, you can go vacation, you can travel in groups, however comfortably, you will be able to manage your stress better than the young people. And if you see that younger people nowadays are having lot of stress, yeah, more stress than the old.
One minute. There is some background sound, I think.
Okay. So the reality is something different. Reality, I can change. Reality can be, reality is not always what we think. reality we can, but the stereotype thinking has been going on, and people, लोग अगर हम सोचना भी चाहते हैं, लेकिन हमारे रिश्तेदार जो उनकी उम्र हो गए, हम उम्र के लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं और हमें सोचने की फिर मजबूर करते हैं, तो वहां कैसे ब्रेक ला सकते हैं? That is what is the today's plan for us to break that. If you to अगर आज के बाद से अगर ऐसा कोई सोच आपके अंदर आए, तो आप एक बार रिफ्लेक्ट करो कि सच्ची में मैं ऐसा हूँ, मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी, मैं ऐसा डिप्रेस लगती हूँ. अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है, तो प्लीज रीच आउट टू अस. Okay, we can talk to you, we can help you, you can talk to us freely, and we can maybe help you to have understand what you like, what you dislike, and yeah, so that's it.
Yeah. So what are the takeaways today that we've had from Debashree is that the first stereotype is that the senior citizens are very lonely, which is actually wrong. Then she has to say that there is another stereotype number 2 is that the senior adults cannot adapt, which is again wrong. Then again she has to say that the senior citizen are patients of not patients, I would say, are they get depressed very fast, and they can't understand that understanding capability is low. So that is also another myth. So all of these stereotypes, I think that you have mentioned, Debashree, are very, very, very valid. And I also appreciate the fact that you are informing all the members on this platform to speak out if they have any feeling like this, and you are ready to speak to them. That is indeed, we really appreciate it. So these were few common stereotypes brought in by her. So now we'll open the platform for question answers. If there are anything, you all could just speak to her. We have another 5 minutes. We could ask her if there's any questions, please.
Any questions or any
Gulab ji, Kumudini ji, Anju ji, Dilip ji,
tell
आप
also your
चुपचाप बैठे हो, क्या बात है?
नहीं, ये टॉपिक इतना सीरियस है, इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ. देवश्री मैडम
you can add some humor to this topic, Dilip ji.
Yeah, it's very nice, very knowledgeable and informative.
Yeah, Dura ji.
I still maintain that we need to have some certain forums in near future for our young generation. Young generation, I mean those people who care for us,
youngsters
who love us.
and let's have a discussion.
Okay?
Yeah,
who
yeah,
love
sure,
their parents and want to do something to take care of their parents.
Yeah.
The right way of caring parents.
Actually, Sagarika, Swati, we can call some youngsters and
we can do that. Yeah.
their views also, na?
Yeah,
Actually, we have to bring father, son, mother, daughter. I mean, some from a same family.
Yeah. We'll do that.
From a same family.
Not necessarily a family. Some adults.
No,
means
that will clear the misunderstanding to a particular situation from both the sides.
See, no misunderstandings are there. I think we are going on a wrong path. It is the too much caring children who care too much for their parents, a little too much, and the parents. They need to be told how far they can go. They don't have to, take a lot of time out of their busy schedules to look after their parents. Nothing. Parents who are living together with their families, where sons go out of the way to help their mothers and sons.
I think
I was taken wrong. They care too much.
Instead of saying caring too much, it is panicking.
Maybe, right.
Isn't it?
Right.
Panicking is the word.
Panicking is the right word. This is what I mean.
taking care can never be too much. Taking care is such a positive word. It's always good to take care, but when it crosses a limit, it's panicking.
Panicking, right?
Yes.
Absolutely right word. Because the young, I have talked to many people, many youngsters also.
And more so after Corona, maybe, because there were lots of
More so after Corona, right?
Yeah,
More
so
so
I think
after
we
Corona.
can always take this as a topic, Madhumita, with the youngsters
Yeah, we can
and
do
address
on the
this.
channel and have
Certainly.
talk. It's a very interesting idea. मेरे दिमाग में चल रहा और मैं I was writing कि किसको बुला सकते. So let's do something.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else who would like to say anything?
I have one point. I wanted to just emphasize on two things. First thing is that we are gradually restricting ourselves too much and obsessed with our children. I mean, not that the world is very large. I mean, the relation and relationship are two important things to understand. There are many relations of mine, but my relationship is more important. It may not be necessarily my own people or own children. It can be outside the children. When I go for morning walk, I see many people whom I do not know. They also do not know me. But when we talk, they start laughing. And that laughter, is a natural laughter. I try to make them laugh on any topic which is not of common interest, which is nothing, I mean, neither they are affected nor I'm affected, but we laugh. So we meet different people on different days and we make ourselves happy and make them happy. They go back happy, I come back happy. So this is where I look at the world at a larger context, macro picture, not limited very much to my own, the relations or things of that type.
Lovely, very
Thank
nice.
you so much.
Yes, Gulab ji, आपको कुछ बोलना है?
गुलाब जी, कुमुदिनी आंटी.
हाँ, मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ.
बोलिए ना.
Please बोलिए.
बोलिए.
हमारे बच्चे अभी हमको सोचते ही नहीं कि हम बड़े हो गए हैं.
अच्छा, very good.
उनसे ज्यादा जिम्मेदारियां हम संभालते हैं.
अरे वाह. Actually,
हमारा पोता है, अभी आपने देखा, वो हमको बड़ा बनने ही नहीं देता.
True.
So that is how the situation is different. The house to house.
साथ में रहना और अकेले रहने में बहुत फर्क है.
It's a very every house will have a different, every scenario is different.
मैंने भी 33 साल सर्विस की है कॉलेज में. अब हम ज्यादा सोचते हैं कि घर में रहे. तो उसमें खुशी हमको ज्यादा मिलती है बच्चों के साथ रहने में.
आपकी सोच है जो आपको खुशी दे रही है. अगर आप उसको उल्टा ले लें कि अब मैं काम नहीं करती हूँ, इसलिए फिर भी मैं घर का काम इतना क्यों करूँ, सारा
नहीं.
बाहर किया.
हम ज्यादा एक्टिव है, बहुत ज्यादा एक्टिव है हम. अभी भी उनके मनपसंद चीजें हम करके खिला सकते हैं उनको.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया.
I will like to say one or two lines.
Yeah. Ask 1 minute. Kumudini aunty, would you like to speak?
हाँ, मैं भी मीरा जी के बात से सहमत हूँ कि बच्चों का पूरा सपोर्ट है और they say कि whatever you want to do it. They never say कि you would take rest. If you are tired or something, that is fine. But किचन में भी है कि मम्मा आज आप ये बनाओगे क्या? I want to eat. आपके हाथ का खाना है. तो आप तो उनका पूरा सपोर्ट रहता है कि whatever you want to do it. तो अभी फिर मुझे वो एज का इतना फैक्टर पता नहीं लगता कि क्या एज हुई है.
बस वही है.
वेरी पॉजिटिव मैनर जो भी बच्चे कहते हैं तो आई थिंक इट इन अ वेरी पॉजिटिव उसमें. तो पूरा बच्चों का
Sabriya ji would like to say something. Sanju Sabriya ji would like to say something.
Yeah, I was saying that when the secret of a good relationship with anybody, but basically with your loved ones, your children, etc., is that we should look at their positive points, their good points, instead of pointing out negative points.
As Debashree said, assumption is the biggest criminal.
And don't advise them too much. Because now they are grown up. They are
Like if we advise them, they'll say, yeah, we know. Don't advise us.
It is better to maintain some distance.
in today's lecture by Debashree, the most pivotal point that she has mentioned is communication. In fact, that is the most important thing. We must communicate, and we cannot keep quiet and just be a mute spectator. Communication is very, very important.
Good.
And secondly, I would also, this is my personal view, that one must, whether he or she must keep himself or herself occupied in some work or the other. You can be a helping hand in the house without disturbing the routine. And you can you must not sit idle hours after hours in front of a TV or something like that. You have to be a helping hand, and you have to keep yourself occupied. Keep your read books or listen to music or do some small shopping. Instead of they going, you can also go and bring some fresh vegetables, this, that, and all that thing. So moment you keep, you should also see that you're a part of the routine of the house.
Those who are not on camera, if they also want to speak, there are
Mrs. Mathur, Mrs. Lata Mathur, are you there? Again, she's from US. She attends every time. I can see her present here, but Mrs. Lata Mathur. कुमुदिनी जी है क्या लता जी?
हाँ लता जी ऑनलाइन है, बट वो कैमरे के साथ नहीं होंगे, कैमरे के सामने नहीं है, बट
कुछ बोलना है?
Yeah, so I think that you can take it over, Madhumita and Swati.
Yeah, Swati, you say them.
Okay. So we all are thankful, Debashree, for being with us and opening the communication channel here itself. So yes. we all have so many views, but always we don't express it. So you have just facilitated the discussion today, and extremely thankful for that.
Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. Really. And yes, just communicate. I really want to say, we always say ki, I'm not particular, we say ki, aap bolna mere taraf se, aap karna mere taraf se. बचपन से भी हम पूजा भी करते हैं, हम पुरोहित को बोलते हैं हमारे लिए पूजा है कि नहीं?
We find a mediator to speak to God, which we can do ourselves.
This is
Shanti believes this very strongly.
Very strongly. We better don't start this topic.
How will he convey my thoughts to God? I have to convey my thoughts to God.
And what the Purohit says, we don't understand anything. Not a word.
So no one can communicate your thought, your love, your care, your sympathy, your feelings to anyone. You don't have to say words.
And most importantly, any day can be the last day. So let's better keep things leveled today itself. Isn't it? Let's not postpone it for tomorrow.
Yes. And it doesn't, and Swati, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be words. Maybe just looking into their eyes or hugging them or just sitting next to them will make a lot of difference. We all want to say something. We all want to, like we feel what more we talk, the more we can communicate. It's not that. Your communication can be your body language.
Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is also equally important.
I think it's much more important. Because कई बार मेरे एक्सपीरियंस में कम्युनिकेशन इतना ज्यादा हो जाता है, people want to avoid. The moment you start talking, people run away. अरे चालू हो गए, ये लोग कितना लंबा बोलेंगे, भाग जाओ. So that happens to And especially when I go to my parents or my in-laws and I'm coming saying bye to them, they will make me sit and give lot of communication. So that communication I can't take. So it's better to give non-verbal hug, smile, maybe courtesy is far better.
That helps more. Yeah, that helps. Because verbal can lead to misunderstanding at times. Unless it's the right context, right time, right situation. So non-verbal is
And
sometimes
everybody
needs
gets
to be better.
emotional, then they start crying when you want to communicate.
Yeah.
The problem is that, mother become emotional.
Right. So I think
yes.
Yeah.
अंजू जी आप कुछ बोलिए. आप म्यूट पे हो अंजू जी.
Anju ji is also becoming.
अनम्यूट करना है आपको.
So sweet.
हो जाएगा. हाँ, थोड़ा सा प्रेस कीजिए, हल्का सा, बिल्कुल स्क्रीन पे.
हल्का सा हाँ.
हाँ.
टच कीजिए.
हाँ.
हाँ, हो गया. हाँ.
We have to improve ourselves by talking to your Lord.
Yes.
आप किनके साथ रहते हैं? फैमिली में कौन कौन है आपके?
Grandson, her son is very old.
अंजू जी, साथ में कौन कौन रहते हैं आपके?
सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, 1 मिनट.
अच्छा, हाँ, टीवी चल रहा है. हाँ.
I'll tell you about her.
Okay. हाँ.
She's an elder. I mean, Mr. Purvani is very senior himself.
अच्छा. हाँ, बोलिए, अब क्लियर है बिल्कुल.
हाँ, बोलिए.
हेलो.
हाँ जी, बोलिए, सुन रहे हैं हम.
नहीं, अच्छा लगा सुनते.
नहीं, आपके परिवार में कौन कौन है? आप लोग सब एक साथ रहते हैं?
नहीं, I stay alone with my children. Keep coming.
Okay.
But with the maid. And try to occupy myself with the lectures, or I am in Satya Sai Baba's bhajans, which also I practice on Zoom.
Lovely, very
Trying
good.
to
तो आपके चेहरे से तो कोई लोनलीनेस नहीं झलकता है, हमेशा मुस्कान बिल्कुल चल रही है.
That is a stereotype again, Swati. That is
absolutely. Yes.
I try and keep myself busy. But sometimes, our thoughts overpower us.
वो तो देखिए, उसका उम्र से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, वो भरी जवानी में भी होता है.
Yes.
Very good.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah. So
हम भूल जाते हैं ना, बूढ़े लोग भूल जाते हैं तो हम बोलते हैं बुढ़े हो गए. Youngsters also forget, na?
Actually, these are stereotypes for ages, so it will take some time. Things are changing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Let's keep Renu auntie's sister in prayers. I have been talking to her. She is very sick. Hospital mein hai. Her kidney is not functioning, it seems. Age is also not on her side. So, बीमार है बहुत उनकी बड़ी sister. Okay. So let's keep her on our prayers.
Sure. May I know her name, please?
We don't know her name.
हाँ, नाम.
We'll ask in the group. We'll ask in the group. That's
how she's missing today. Otherwise, she's very regular.
Okay. Or next week is again open forum. We will have songs and we can have some games and all. So we don't have any guests coming. It's your forum. You can talk on any topic. एक टॉपिक आप लोग सोच लीजिए, सजेस्ट करके सब उस टॉपिक पे बात करेंगे. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much once again, Debashree, for your time, and it was really a wonderful topic. We all need to talk about.
Before we forget, we have made such wonderful friends. It was so great to see Mr. Ganguly going to Meeraji's place. So over this network, I mean, we have made such wonderful relationships, friends, contacts, networks. Lovely. Thank you all.
Okay,
Thank you
bye-bye.
very much.
Bye.
And just
Thank
to
you.
inform you all, that Debashree is also a Buddhist practitioner. For ages, she's been practicing Buddhism. So you can see that in her aura, the way she speaks, the way she addresses, the way her calmness and everything, you know. So it comes from a lot of practice of Buddhism.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you very much once again, Debashree, for your
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Okay.
this.
Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.
everyone
And
stay safe, stay safe.
Yes.
Time to call our guest back
Thank you.
again and again.
Thank-
Debashree, please come back again.
Yes, sure, sure. I'll be always you can reach out to. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye.